video is a two-parter. It's pre-match of Barrow versus Scunthorpe, and also my reactions on the dismissal or David Dunn resigning. I don't know which one is the true story. I've heard both stories. First of all, pre-match. Tonight Barrow head to Scunthorpe. I can remember when Scunthorpe played at Glanford Park now. The ground now. The nickname The Iron. They're managed by Neil Cox. They were managed at one point not so long back by Paul Hurst, who is in the running for a Barrow job. They have a few dangerous players. There's Miles Hippolyte and Ryan Loft, who spent last year on loan at Carlisle United. What do I say about the Barrow team? I still think Lillis should be given a chance in the goal. Brad Barry won't be fit and we'll be missing Connor Brown as well, so I think we're going to have to do like a 3-5-2 tonight. And if that's the case, then it'd be Bruff, Erd and Platt in the centre of defence. In the midfield, I'd have Kay as an attacking midfielder rather than a back one. Kay, Jason Taylor, trying to think of a team now, wasn't it? Mike Jones is injured, so there's not him. Kay, Jason Taylor. Well, let's just say up front I'd have Quigley and James. I'd have Biggins in the side. What I could get away with is actually playing Wilson instead of one of the centre-backs and playing Bruff on the left-hand side and Kay on the right-hand side as attackers. So Lillis, Platt, Hurd, Zuma, Kay and Bruff. That's your five, and the three: Jason Taylor, Biggins, and who else would I put? Jason Taylor, Biggins. I can't think of all that players. And Chris Taylor, probably. And up front, Quigley and Reid. I've got Quigley and Reid, so I'd drop James back to a midfield role instead of Biggins, that's right. As I said he was a Scunthorpe Dangerman now. Rob Kelly, I don't think is in the running for the job on a permanent basis. I've got a feeling that whoever does get the job may be asked to take Rob Kelly as the assistant till at least the end of the season. But getting back to tonight's game, we can't afford to lose. Will we? Well, I don't know if we will. We've got to, keep pushing, keep trying. There are times, no silly challenges. That has cost us so many times this season. Yes, challenged by all accounts, but, make sure you get the ball. Don't give the referee a decision to make. It looked to me like Connor Brown got the ball against Crawley, but he definitely got the man and he went in two-footed. If you're going two-footed, you're off. Matty Platt, I think he actually got the ball. It was just a follow-through. Now, it may sound like David Dunn saying what he was doing, but, that's what gives referees decisions to make. Now we go to David Dunn. David Dunn was never my choice as manager. I backed him because the board backed him. Anyone who gets a job as Barrow manager, I'll back. But once you start to, the position had got irreplaceable. You couldn't repair it. Irreparable, that's the word I'm looking for. He had to go. I think he's gone a couple of games too late. I think he should have gone after we lost to Oldham. But I think what may have triggered the response was Bradford sacking Stuart McCall, because there's only a certain number of people out there, managers who haven't got jobs, and so then you need to get a manager, and you don't want to be beaten to him by Bradford or any other team. Come to think of it, some names which have been mentioned, I think, would be on Derby County's radar, like Paul Cook. He may even be on Wigan's radar if they decide to make a change. Danny Cowley, could we afford Danny Cowley? Could we not afford him? Is he interested in the job? The problem with Graham Alexander was when he was at Salford, he was backed by the class of '92. And they had the money, and the Singapore guy, and they had the money, he said, he could say, I need 30 grand for this player. And the board had given him 30 grand, no problem. If he got the Barrow job, he said, I need 30 grand for this player. I'm not saying Barrow are poorer than Salford, we all know they are, but in my estimation, because we haven't got any former Premier League players on the board, but if he was to get the Barrow job and he'd say, I need £30,000 for this player, I think the board would say, we haven't got £30,000 for a player. That's almost guesswork again. I'm not saying that's a Barrow budget for players, but I can't see the Barrow budget for players being over. Well, I'm not going to say price because the board know better than I do. Who would I want? I have mentioned David Flitcroft before, but another one, a long shot, Simon Grayson. I wouldn't want Sam Allardyce because, Big Sam. Once he got the England job, we did that programme on him where he took a bung, and so that would follow him to Barrow, like it followed him to England. Also, Sam Allardyce, yes, he has managed at this level before, but back in the dim and distant past. Diego Mameri is another name I've seen mentioned. No, I wouldn't want him. Paul Hurst, a good shout, yeah. So there's him as well. Going back to Dunge's record, 2 wins, I'm not including penalty shootouts, 2 league wins. It was almost mirroring his record at Oldham. And I think it was a rushed appointment by the board. We didn't, I don't think we needed a manager like Dung at that time, but I can see why the board appointed him. Because basically they thought, well, lightning may strike twice. Ian Evatt, he'd had 3 games as Chesterfield caretaker manager. Would I want Ian Evatt back? I'd say the answer to that would be no, because he was quick to jump when the Bolton job come along, and his agent used money, pay rises to keep him when files come. And apparently Evatt had shook hands on that deal, and Chesterfield were another club who Evatt was supposedly interested in. Well, anyway, let's see who the board do announce. Let's keep behind him. Remember, all bluebirds are blue. Let's hope for a win tonight, or at least a point.